Hey, my name's Seth Biedenbaugh. I'm running the Myrtle Beach Marathon on March 2nd, and I only have 60 days to prepare. These are my first 2 weeks of training.
So I did get plenty of footage from the first week, but I wasn't too happy with all of it meshed together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my running stats for the week right here. And yeah, just get into the second week already. Before I do that though, I do want to just give you a little bit of context of me as a runner and why I'm doing this race. So, a bit more about me as a runner. I'm 24 years old. I've been running for 2 years, and these past 2 years I have just failed to commit to an actual race. The original idea was to go for a half marathon first and then follow that up later in the year with a full marathon. But at the top of this year, I was really annoyed about how the last 2 years have just kind of slipped by and without me ever even signing up for a race. So I decided this year was the year to just go straight for the full marathon. So I signed up for the Myrtle Beach Marathon on March 2nd. So with that little overview in mind, let's get to my second week of training.
So, day one of week 2, and this is what you wouldn't expect 2 days after running 10 miles. Like, it's probably been the hardest run of the training block, to be honest. I don't know why, it's just the explosiveness isn't there in my legs at all. The bounciness isn't there. It's just, I took a day off yesterday. I've stretched plenty today. So, this is the type of thing that really can wear you down and test your kind of fortitude and whether or not you're going to be able to go through a whole training block of these types of ups and downs. Because I was just elated on Saturday. So on days like today, I find it really important once I start to feel like I kind of want to give up or stop early to turn off whatever I'm listening to. Today's an audiobook. And just try to be silent the rest of the run and try to really kind of dig deep mentally and focus on the time that I have left and try to zone out without listening to anything, mainly because sometimes when you're listening to something while you're running, you kind of lose that mind to body connection because you're so focused on whatever you're listening to. So it becomes easier and easier to kind of lose focus until you gradually just stop early altogether. So yeah, take that as a word of advice, I guess. If you find yourself kind of getting complacent during a run, turn off whatever you're listening to, try to go silent the rest of the time, see if that helps. I don't know, I just feel like it builds really good mental strength that you need whenever you're running long distance. So yeah, we're almost done though. Check back in when I wrap up. So I stopped a little short. I went 35 minutes instead of 45. Just split it down the middle a little bit, but still successful run. I picked up at the end. I really could have went the full 45, but I do genuinely have some stuff I want to get done before it's too dark out. So yeah, solid first run back. Used it as kind of a shakeout run and ready to like up the ante a little bit this week. So I just gotta make sure I'm getting enough sleep at night and eating well. So yeah.
Alright, what's up guys? So, it's week 2. I'm trying to do more updates with my regular camera rather than my iPhone camera just because the footage is just not so good, and yeah, I'm like, I might as well just make use of my nice camera and do something a bit more kind of cinematic and a bit more aesthetic. So
It's week 2. I've had a weird week of training so far. I had my long run on Saturday, which was 10 miles. That was on last week's vlog. And then on Sunday I took a rest, and then on Monday I ran for 30 minutes, and it was not the best run. It was really belabored, and it just nothing came easy at all on that run. And then yesterday I was kind of forced to take a break because there's some weird storm. I think it was an El Nino storm that came through the East Coast and came through Tennessee a little bit, and it was super high winds, and I just was not, up for running in that kind of wind. And I just kind of had a long day, and I was like, I'll just take one more day off, and then I'll run tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and then have my long run either on Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, it's already getting dark here. I've just had another weird day of just not being on time and on schedule for my routine for the day, just things popping up and all that. So I'm not that thrilled for today's run either, but hopefully documenting it is going to help me kind of get in the mood a little bit. I have to do my calisthenics, and then I'm going to go for a 45-minute run today, so that'd be about 4 miles for me. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and that's one thing I'm quickly realizing I need to kind of get down pat, because my body needs that rest, and I'm not really a night owl. I just have to wake up kind of early for work, and so it is hard to get to sleep at a good time in order to justify what time I actually wake up at. So that's just something I'm working on, and I don't know. I just feel like this training blog is definitely gonna pose a threat to my life balance, work-life balance, all that. Already seeing things kind of I'm having to push to the side a little bit while I focus on my runs and stuff. Nothing wildly important, just stuff I like to take care of. So it's yeah, we'll see how the rest of this week goes. Hopefully after today I can just get back in a good mindset. But yeah, I think it's important to show that today and on Monday when I last ran, mentally it's been a little tough, and I think it's just the highs and the lows of having my best run probably of my life on Saturday to just a really tough run on Monday, and it just kind of humbled me, even though it was a third of the length, and I shouldn't have had a problem with it. But yeah, so I gotta get to my calisthenics. I'll check back in with you guys another day this week. Alright, so it's day 3 this week. Have another 45-minute run on the agenda. So last run I checked in on, I wasn't feeling too good going into it, but I actually ended up having a great run. My body felt great, and overall it just kind of gave me more confidence, because I think going into the run, I was pretty mad at myself for not feeling up to the run, if that makes any sense. Mentally I was I should feel excited about this run, and I'm not. And yeah, I feel like that's just going to be part of the mental battle, because ultimately these runs have to get done, you know what I mean? So there's no room for just taking a day off just because I want to. I can kind of rearrange my training week, but I can't not get the runs in, you know what I mean? Because at every weekend I'm gonna have a run that's a little bit longer than my last long run of the previous weekend. So if I'm not at least rearranging my week to where I feel more comfortable completing my runs, if those runs aren't getting done, then yeah, I could be risking injury and just risking kind of personal self-defeat. Because if I go out on a long run in this block and I just
my body isn't up for it, then that's ultimately gonna be really kind of demoralizing for me, and I want to avoid that at all costs, of course. So yeah, it's rainy, it's wet. That's why I'm in this little baseball dugout at the park that I run at. So we're gonna see how it goes today. I'm gonna try to film a bit more on my run. Still trying to figure out what kind of rhythm I like when it comes to recording, like what moments to record and what to just kind of get done, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess I'll check in during the run as well as going into my next run right before my long run this weekend. So alright, let's get it.
Honestly, not going the best right now. My legs are just cooked for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I gotta fix this before Sunday, my long run. There's so many hills, but I mean, I choose this trail because of the hills, partially because my marathon's gonna be so flat in Myrtle Beach, so, you know, I'm not too like, I don't know, whatever feels easy out here, it's gonna feel so easy on race day, so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But till then, there's gonna be some shitty training runs, but you know, whatever, let you know how it finishes.
All right, so we're getting off of my run finally. It's like 8 o'clock. It's freezing out, but I'm glad I'm hitting it right now, honestly, because the sun is out and it's gonna be a beautiful day. And honestly, I'm just gonna try not to stress about, you know, how late I got out on my run, even though it's gonna, like, by the time I get home and get done and grab coffee afterwards, it'll be close to noon, which really honestly sucks, but you know, that's just part of it. So I have my electrolyte water, which is my Noon tablets. I do the strawberry lemonade flavor. It's the best one in my opinion. I'm gonna try to loop around and drink, or like come back to the car and drink this at around like the hour mark or hour and a half. That's something I didn't do last time, and I kind of, you know, I don't think I can push that this time. I don't think I can go without being hydrated midway through, or at least part of the way through. So that's something I'm gonna try to work into this run. But yeah, I can't waste any more time, so let's go. So, about to get on this run. I'm just gonna stretch out real quick and then just get to it. So it's colder than I thought. It just feels really cold. I've ran in this type of weather before, but I don't know. Today's just hitting a little different. Just luckily it's not windy, so that's like the saving grace today. And I also look like I got garbage sleep because I did. So let's see how this fucking goes.
starting to be a beautiful day out here. It's perfect though, because I'm realizing that I layered up like perfect for today. So like I think I'm coming up on the first hour, and I'm starting to just really sweat everywhere, which is good because that means obviously my body temperature's going up. I just feel looser. I don't like at the beginning of the run it's really tough. Even like say 10-15 minutes ago, the wind was picking up. And geez, I was starting to question if I layered up enough. But yeah, so I'm about to make my first stop at the car, my only stop at the car. Probably gonna drop off my gloves because, like I said, my body is warming up so much. I fear that the gloves will just like kind of make me overheat, if anything. So I'm also gonna drink most of my electrolyte drink. Just give me an extra boost for this last hour and a half. Honestly feel great though. Like I said, beautiful day out here. And yeah, I'll check in a bit later then. All right, so got the first leg done. 52 minutes. I was trying to get an hour perfect loop back to the car, but didn't quite make it. I'm at about 4.5 miles, I think. So it's going pretty well, honestly. At first I was a little worried. Now I'm not trying to sit here too long and drink and talk because I just want to get back and continue that momentum I had. But yeah, going really well so far. I'm starting to sweat a good bit, which is helping me out a bunch. Another reason why I'm not trying to sit here and talk for too long, but I don't want to like lose that warmth. But yeah, going really well so far. I'll screenshot what I'm listening to right now. Listen to a good podcast, Rick Rubin and Andrew Huberman. And that should last me my whole run, which is really nice. I don't have to switch it at all unless I want to change a pace. So yeah, let's get it. Okay, so reached this dreaded hill. It doesn't look as crazy on camera, but I mean, I've run a bunch of hills on all my trails because I live in East Tennessee, but this one is different. It's just straight incline, so I'm walking it to save my legs. Plus the pace I would be going up this damn hill would be about the same as walking, so not too worried about it. Yeah, so about to head in to the second loop. Basically, I run from one trail to this other trail. They're connected by a few streets, so it's really convenient. They're my two favorite trails to run here in Knoxville, so yeah. Jesus Christ. Even just walking it is tough, but I'm just looking forward to my coffee afterwards, having a nice restful day. It's kind of what's getting me through this run right now. But I'm also just proving to myself that, you know, I can do this, you know what I mean? Like I feel great, and I'm just really excited for this marathon because it's coming up fast and the weeks are kind of zipping by already. Next week will be 6 weeks out already. So yeah, see how this goes, rest of this run. So I have about an hour left. Just took my first thing of beach rings. I'm gonna need them because I'm about to go up like the second worst hill of the trail. So I'm used to going up it whenever I run this trail, but I'm already like what, hour and a half into running, so I haven't had to deal with it being this fatigued. So hopefully it doesn't derail the rest of my run. But yeah, still feeling good though. I am starting to feel some tightness on my right hip that it's kind of a pain in my ass right now, but if I need to, I'll stop and stretch it out. But I'm trying to just gun it the rest of this hour and go all the way through, no stop. So yeah, check it. Encountering some more hills, like really steep hills on the way back. I have about 30 minutes left. This is kind of killing me right now. My kind of ignorant optimism is wearing thin, but it's okay because the rest of the route is going to be a little bit easier, and I just have to lock in and knock out 3 more miles. So I better stop filming and just get to it. But I'm completing the last bit of walking up a certain hill right now, and that's okay because these hills will not be there on race day, and even just walking them is helping me gain a little bit more strength in my legs. So you know what I mean? It'll be all right. I need to get discouraged about the walk, but I am ready to finish this last 3-ish miles and get the hell out of here. So, got a mile left right now. I'm hitting kind of a crazy wall. My legs are dead. I don't have much left to give, but I've gotten this far. I can push that extra little bit. Just know I'm about to have the craziest breakfast of all time. But God. Yeah, this is probably the most dead on a run I've ever felt in terms of not having the, what am I trying to say? Let me rethink that. This is the probably most depleted I've ever felt on a run. And I was feeling great, like, not long ago. But exponentially, it just starts to crash. I'd also only got like 5 or less hours of sleep last night, which was not ideal at all. My cat was waking me up. It was not good sleep. And I'm kind of making a vow to fix my sleeping habits too. I wake up really early for work, but because of that, I don't know. I also have a lot to do before I go to sleep typically. So it just means I need to schedule out my week and kind of make a spread of tasks over the week rather than trying to touch everything I want to touch every single day. And it's just going to take a wild amount of discipline because I am more of like the go-getter type. I value rest, I value sleep, but I also like, I didn't go to college or anything, so I went straight into like chasing after my career in music. And so the past almost 7 years now that I've been doing that, I haven't really rested enough either. And so taking on this type of physical, kind of milestone of running a marathon and training for one, I feel like that's going to teach me the most is just the training aspect and learning how to kind of maintenance my body in a way that's efficient so that I can finish a marathon. And in that, I'm learning how integral it is to have enough rest be off my phone more, all those things. So I'm just turning off my phone at some parts of the day. I've already turned my phone into more of a dumb phone, like before I started training for this, because I realized how much time it was kind of siphoning out of my day. And so that's helped drastically, but even then, if I'm home alone long enough, like I'll find something distracting to do that I could be doing, putting towards either something I really need to be getting done or just resting and getting to sleep early. So we're gonna find a way to remedy that this week so that next week I'm not running on fumes for my long run, because it's only gonna get longer from here on out. So yeah, but I'm almost done with this run. Just gotta push a bit longer. Jesus Christ. All right, so I'm walking back to the car. Oh my God. I don't know how I even finished that. I was gonna record on my camera, so it's a bit higher quality, but I just don't have the energy to like set it up and whatnot and get the exposure right. And plus my exposure's been fucking up for some reason. I think it's my lens, so. But anyways, that was crazy. I'm starting to feel pain in parts of my body that I do not normally feel pain, so I'm gonna try to do a just quick stretch before I get in the car, because I know like right once I sit down, it's gonna be hell on earth, potential, or like when I try to get back up, because I'm gonna walk into a coffee shop in a few minutes here, and I know like going from all that running to sitting, then to standing back up, like I run the risk of getting a really, really bad cramp, like Charlie horse cramp. So I'm gonna try to stretch a little bit, but ultimately I'm trying to get in this damn car and get home and eat. So yeah, super proud of myself for doing it though. Like I'm, it's still, it hasn't really sank in. It didn't sink in until I got the last kind of notification from my running app, like, congratulations, you completed the 2.5 hour goal. You're currently at like 12.75 miles. And it kind of hit me. I was like, dude, I'm about to finish a half marathon. And so I got super proud of myself at that point, but yeah, it's still like sinking in about the effort I just did. But yeah, like I said, ultimately I'm just trying to get home right now and avoid cramps. So successful run. Let's go. Half marathon in the books. Yeah. See you next week, I guess. Jeez.